Today, I want to start off straight with a banger on this episode. Richie Rich Labs episode 4, if I'm correct. I stumbled upon a thought process today when I was moving a vehicle. And so I kind of stopped for a second and I was thinking, dude, when I'm in my deathbed-ish, not deathbed, but, in the next decade, I'm going to hit the lights out. Let's say 80 years old, 90, around there. I'm pretty generous as to how long I'm going to live. As long as I'm capable. I don't want to be incapacitated and be old. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm 80, 90, and I'm contemplating the end of life is in the next 10 years. So what doesn't happen in the next 10 years, I probably won't get to witness or participate in it. That kind of death time frame. And so I'm thinking, First, I'm going to be like, Dad, I made it. Sort of like Dune Part 2, where the main character says, Dad, I found my way kind of situation. Only he, in the movie, he's finding it and saying it kind of young. And that's irrelevant as to when, but I'm kind of like, Daddy, if you're out there in the afterlife, if there's such a thing, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And I've made it. And so I'm saying this as I'm contemplating this, and then I'm thinking, how does Tim Cook, for example, in his old age, and then even older than him, right, whenever he's getting to that end of the life cycle, expectancy, end of the line, as they say, what are they thinking of how the world changed with the things they've done, When they were in their early adulthood, there were no iPhone. And for some of you listening to this, you didn't exist. You came to this world and it all already there. For me, as to when, I think anything before 10 years old, really, you don't really remember. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. But to me, when technology started happening was around that time when I was a teenager, 10 and up. And so I remember quite a bit of the process of, we don't have iPhone, now we do. We don't have Android, now we do. Stuff like that, the original Xbox and stuff. And so I'm thinking, what am I going to be able to say to myself? And then I thought of meeting Tim Cook and talking to him, but then that kind of thought process went away as to, that's irrelevant. It's more of like, what will I say when I reach that point? And so I invite you, the audience, listeners, to think about that. When you are 80 or 90, or you are told, or scientifically, you only have no more than 10 years left, what are you going to think of your life and the changes that happened in your lifetime, and how much of that were you part of, and how much of it did you influence or partake of? And so, that just got me thinking way too deep about like the content you consume, the stories you share. It's like, because I was thinking something I do with technology, and this is a different topic, we're moving on sort of here. This is where I would do an ad if I had sponsors. Coca-Cola, Fortnite, Twinkies, Hostess, somebody, McDonald's. Let's go. I'm down. So I'll drink you all day on the podcast and on my videos. Like Master Chief Piss over there with Mountain Dew. That would be the dream. Yeah, like Tim the Tap Man being sponsored by Mountain Dew. That'd be dope. So I got about six more minutes. Going back to my thought process of consuming. So we are, as a society, algorithm-wise, technology-wise, we've been kind of being morphed into this. You gotta consume, right? And you produce so you can consume more. And I mean, it sort of is life. You eat 3 times a day-ish, and you don't eat, you start feeling weird, and no more than 2-3 days, and you're not normal. Yeah, some people can live a week without eating, but let's be honest, you ain't gonna be around being creative and chilling, except Steve Jobs. That son of a gun, he was eating apples and broccoli or some crap for days, but he was still eating. Yeah. That's a whole long story with the whole cancer and stuff. But anyway, as I'm saying, as I was saying, these algorithms and systems kind of train technology to abuse our consumptionism or consumerism, and so if we're not careful, it can overdo it. Like they say, everything in moderation. Everything's good, but everything in moderation. Blah blah blah. So yeah, except some things. Some things are not good even in moderation. But anyway, you get the idea. Society being trained and morphed into this consuming animal and habit animals. And is that even healthy? For example, I'm going to give you an example because I feel like I'm stuck in this loop like a vinyl record that didn't get recorded past 10 seconds. In society, for example, Fortnite, free to play game. If you don't buy skins, you're a weirdo. You're an outcast. You're that one dude that you ain't got money, you ain't cool, you're boring, or maybe you're one of the weird ones like, what's his name, the streamer that left and came back, Tfue, that looks like one of the main skins in Fortnite, but he was like, so he kind of has a skin already, so, but the example is he didn't wear or buy the skins, he just do the default ones, and that was his personality, that's how he stuck out, so there's those niche situations, but for the most part, you normal people like you and me playing Fortnite, you either don't care enough to do it, but if your friends, that's the main thing you play, don't tell me that the majority of you have not been pressured psychologically by your friends or just this urge to have something cool to show your buddies. That urge is what systems like TikTok, which, holy crap, TikTok's reason why it exploded is, I always joke, man, them Chinese, they'll create it. And they don't have the same kind of, I'm trying to watch my words without insulting somebody, but it's just the way culturally you're shaped, It's like for the better of the whole, you as a small piece don't matter that much. Your individuality doesn't matter as long as the whole is being maintained. You're just a cog in the machine, and you can argue in consumerism in America, blah blah blah. But let's be honest, it's crystal clear that one treats humans as more of a cog machine than the other. And I'm just trying to keep it simple. Quality of life and true happiness, all that crap, we can debate it later, but. And my train of thought is, my mind is going all over the fetching place. Yeah, it went all over the place. I lost it, I'm thinking about 3-4 different things where I could have gone and try to connect things, but it didn't work out. So anyway, if you get the thought, let me know in the comment section below. You get it. You're different from the pack. Well, I only have a minute and a half, but yeah, that is my main thought today is, how do we individually free ourselves, enjoy consuming? For example, today, I'm remembering now, I'm thinking I want to read these books, I want to watch these movies, these TV shows, play these games, listen to this music, listen to this podcast, and I'm thinking, I create quite a bit, like being honest. I can always do better, blah, 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 but I feel like I create pretty good. I give to society a good amount. And so I'm like, I need to consume more. I don't use these devices as much to consume just entertainment. It's always, how does it make me money? How does it make it improve my skills? It's not, how can I just have fun? Or just grab it and fetch and enjoy it, Don't even expect anything to come out of the other end. That's productive. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I need to consume a little more, and then I start thinking, where do I start? There's just so much. And how do you decide what to consume besides what makes you feel good in your brain, Because if you do, then you get enslaved by it. But at the same time, what else are you going to do? It's all mortality. Part of being human. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. I hope you had a great day, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Richie Rich Labs signing off. Peace.